Because Mr. Ng is the best teacher because he does everything for his students. So yeah, do math, and we love math. So ta-da! You know what's really funny? Not doing your math homework and Mr. Ng putting your grade down. So yeah, do your math homework.
Okay, we're going to do the same thing we did above, and we're just going to factor out the radicand, or what's inside the radical, and then factor out the imaginary unit, which is I. Find those pirates. So, square root of 10, square root of -1, square root of -1, and square root of 150. This one becomes I on the outside. Here's another I on the outside, and we have radical 10. And look at this, you can put them in the same house. Should be 15 there. And that is times 15. Okay, so what can we do here? How about, let's just, I get I squared is 150. I think of quarters. Let's do 25. Because the square root of 25 is what? 5. So this is going to give me, okay, now we have to go back here. Way back into time. I squared equals -1. So write that on your formula sheet. Formula sheet's just a way for you to, I squared equals -1. We keep using that information. So if I apply that to this problem right here, this is now -1. And the math operation is multiplication there. So this would become -5 radical 6 is my answer. Okay, question number 7. Negative radical 23. So let's just go ahead and take out the imaginary part. And the same thing here, -1 and 46. So that becomes I, that becomes an I, and then I have radical 23. This one is going to be radical 23 times 2. So now I have I squared. What? Big white. I squared. The 23s are a pair, so they can come out. So that is 23I radical 2. 23I squared equal times radical 2. And then we just stated from over here that I squared is equal to what number? -1. So 23 times -1 times, whoa, that turned mine into an arrow, but it's a radical sign. So -23 radical 2 is my answer. And question number 8. Same thing, let's separate them. -1 radical 6. -1 radical 3. You guys see the big idea here? Square root of -1 equals I. That's what we're learning here. And these are both underneath the radical, so you could do 6 times 3 is 18, or you could just stop there and just do 2 and 3. And then this is the green 3. And then you'll see the pairs. So this is a pair. I circled the wrong. This is a pair. They come out. It's only one number. So we have 3 I squared radical 2. What is wrong with this? Well, we had said over here that I squared equals -1. I squared equals negative 1. Do you see this? All of that is going to turn into what number? Negative 1. So those become negative 3 radical 2. And our last one. Negative 1 times radical 5. This one is negative 1 times 10. So this will become I, and square root of 50. That does not look like a 50, Mr. Ring. 50. And so this will become I squared 25 times 2. The square root of 25 is 5. I squared is equal to what number? From above, from our chart. That equals negative 1. And you're left with a 2 there, so I have negative 5 radical 2 is my answer. Okay, let's go ahead and try number 10 here. You're going to do the same thing here. I'm going to multiply all the constants. So 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. That would be negative 30. Okay, pay attention. I'm only going to do this one here. And the reason why I chose that is because we learned above that I squared equals negative 1. Like, where did the pirate go, Mr. Ring? It is I equals I the square root of negative 1. So if I do this idea, I have negative 30 times negative 1 times I. And then you can just simplify that to be positive 30I. We like to write the I, or kind of like the variables on the second part there. Okay, number 11. We have I to the 11th power. And so from our chart, or from I squared, you could do something like this. Let's break it up. So I squared to the 5th power. Okay, look at this, look at this. Does that make sense? Because if you add 2 plus 2 is 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Does that make sense? That gives me the 11. Okay, so you can use your properties of exponents. I to the second. How many of those green ones do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if we just said I squared equals negative 1, then I can say all that is equal to what? Negative 1. Okay, negative 1 to the 5th power, you put in your calculator, is essentially just negative 1. So I have negative 1 times I, so we just call that negative I is your answer. All right, what do we got? Number 12. I'm going to split this part up. Well, not split it up. It tells me I have 2 of them. 2 sets of parentheses. Let's go ahead and multiply the constants. 4 times negative 6 times negative 6. So negative 6 times negative 6 is positive 36. 36 times 4 is 4 extra 2, 144. Okay, let's do I times I is I squared. And I still have this blue I there. Okay. And what do we learn about I squared? I squared equals negative 1. I squared equals negative 1. And we just multiply all that. And you're going to get negative 144i. And that's it.
I love math, the way the path goes on the graph, power functions. Cause great discussion in the math class, shall put no textbook before the math class. Functions real radical and very graphical. That's the way it goes in the math class, some of the real bros.